Good afternoon, this is Mr. Precella, and today I want to discuss combining like terms, and I'm also going to show a little bit about Pearson MyLab in case that's what you're using for your math classes. So I'm going to pull up the first example I'm going to be doing here. When you're combining like terms, in algebra, the letters that are used to represent unknowns, we call those variables, and the number beside the variable, the number attached in front, is called the coefficient. Like terms have the same variables. Terms, by the way, are separated with pluses or minuses. 16a plus 10a. Some people might say, oh, that's difficult, but if it had said 16 apples plus 10 apples, they'd be able to get it right off. That would be 26 apples. I'll enter 26a and check my answer right there. Okay? At this point, you have a choice. If you think to yourself, I need to do another problem like that, you don't have to go to the next question. You can close this and just say similar question down here. Remove that. Similar question. You click similar question, there's a similar question. 11a plus 14a is click in the box. And at that point, you'll see tools in case you got to type a fraction or an exponent, something messy, but we don't. All we have to type is 25a. Check it. And let's move on. So like terms have the same variables. The variables are what you call the letters. Negative 2z plus 8z. Negative 2z plus 8z. These are like terms, so just combine the coefficients. Negative 2 plus 8 would be a positive 6z. Remember, when you're adding a positive and a negative, you subtract, take the sign of the bigger one. And you know something? The answer is 6z, but I want to demonstrate what happens if you get it wrong. Let's suppose we put just a 6 and not the z. They get the message that it's wrong, but you get another chance. Let's suppose you, again, I'm deliberately getting these answers wrong. The answer should be 6z. Suppose I just type in the z and check it. Okay. I get to try again. Down here, you'll notice it says final check. That means if I don't get it right now, I'm going to get an X on this one. Let's go ahead and put a 5Z. Again, I'm punching in the wrong answer, and look what happens. It says is it incorrect? Here's your the correct answer, and it gives you an opportunity to do a skill builder and try to improve your skills, or you can do this. Close it out. You'll notice here the little red tab. I answered 5z, but the correct answer was 6z. Okay? But I'm going to click similar question, and I'm going to get this one right. Negative 5z plus 15z. Just add those coefficients. Negative 5 plus a positive 15. Remember, to add a positive and a negative, you subtract, take the sign of the bigger. So that's a 10z. Look right here, I have an X. That means I've gotten problem 2 wrong. When I check it now, I can move on to the next problem, but I want you to see this. I have a check now. Now this little menu tab right here, oh no, I want to get to this. Oh, let me do this. And I guess you've seen me enough. I'm going to go ahead and close out this picture of me. You'll still be able to hear me. When you click on that, here it shows all the problems. There's 10 problems I've got here, and the checks. Pearson is automatically updating its gradebook every time you get a problem right. So let's see. Problems 1, 2. This is just an example of 10 problems I wanted to do today. 7y plus a negative 12y. Well, those are like terms. They're the same variables. So let's add positive 7 and negative 12. Positive 7 plus a negative 12. You subtract, take the sign of the bigger, so negative 5y, check it, go on to the next question. Negative 1d plus negative 4d. Those are the same variables, so you add negative 1 and negative 4. That'll be a negative 5. Attach the d. Check it. Just move right on along. This is where you combine like terms. Now, I've already told y'all that the letters are called variables, and the number in front of the letters are called coefficients. But what if we have a number that doesn't have a variable attached to it? Those are called constants. Well, to combine like terms, terms are separated with pluses and minuses. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. We can combine the two x terms together, the positive 8 plus a negative 10x, but we can't combine these constants with them because they don't have an x. So what do? You're going to combine the constant, negative 7 and a positive 10. Negative 7 plus 10 is a 3. Now let's combine the x terms. You see, you're not just combining every term, you're combining the like terms. We combined the constants. Now we're combining the x terms. A positive 8 plus a negative 10. 8 plus a negative 10 is a negative 2, and attach the x. Do not subtract the 3 and 2. Why? Because the 3 doesn't have an x on it. Okay? So I'll check the answer. This is called combining like terms. Oh, here, 2x minus 5x. Remember how to subtract? 2 minus 5, that would be the same as 2 plus a negative 5. That would be a negative 3x. Okay? 2 minus 5 is negative 3. Okay? And attach the x. Don't forget to put the variable. Okay. How many terms do we have here? 1, 2, 3. We have 3 terms, but we're not going to combine all 3 of them. We're combining the like terms. That's the 9y and the minus 11y. So add 9 plus negative 11. 9 plus a negative 11 is a negative 2y. Now there's nothing we can combine with the 7, so we'll just say plus 7. There were 2 like terms. 9 minus 11 is negative 2. And then we still have that plus 7. Some algebra problems require a whole lot of writing to work them out. These few problems I'm doing today don't require a lot of writing. You can sort of look at them, and if you know how to add and subtract sign numbers, you can then just do it and type in the answer. Like here we have 1, 2, 3 terms. The terms that we can combine, let's see, the negative 5n, we can combine with the positive 3n. A negative 5 plus 3 is a negative 2n. And then there's still another term there's nothing to combine with, the minus 4. Do y'all see how I'm getting that negative 2n minus 4? Negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2. And then I'm just carrying the negative 4 down. It's still there. There was just nothing to combine with it. Let's see. Okay, we have a constant, an x term, a constant, an x term. Well, let's do the constants first. A 10 minus 9. Oh, you knew that before you ever started your math course. 10 minus 9 is a 1. Now, what about those x terms? Well, add the coefficients. If I add negative 8 plus a negative 8, that's what it means when it says combined like terms. You're adding the coefficients on the variables. Negative 8 plus negative 8, is that a negative 16x? Now, let's see. Oh, this one looks pretty involved. There's a y term, an x term, another x term, a constant, y, constant. So, which ones do you combine first? It doesn't matter. Just, I normally would start, okay, the first thing's a y, let's add the y's. We have a positive 9, and where's the other y term? Right here. Minus 7y. 9 minus 7, or if you want to think of it as 9 plus a negative 7, either way, that should be a 2y. So if I had a pencil, if you were writing this down, you'd mark out the 9y minus 7y. Those are gone. Now let's do the two x terms. Negative 3 plus a negative 7, is that a negative 10x? I'm just adding negative 3 plus negative 7. And then 1, let's do the constants now. 1, positive 1 plus 5. 1 plus 5 is a positive 6, so I'll go plus 6. I'm not just going to write 6. I'll put plus 6 to indicate that's a positive 6. Y'all see how I got 2y? That's 9y minus 7y. How did I get this minus 10x? Negative 3x plus a negative 7x, negative 10x. And then finally, I combine the constant terms. 1 plus 5, 6. So I combine the two y terms, the two x terms, and now the constant. Oh, let me check it. And those are the 10 examples I wanted to do right now. And just let you see what My Math Lab looks like. If your course is embedded in Canvas, it's still better to come over here to access assignments. Okay, so again, this is just a fake thing that I have, but that way you'll see all of your assignments. Sometimes Canvas might miss one. Okay, But thank you for watching this video. And I will, not that video. And I'll see y'all or talk to you again soon. Thank you.